Namaste, Vanakkam, good morning everyone. Me Rahul Yadav is studying CSC IML in Sona College of Technology to express my view on very well-known topic, that is virtual memory that comes inside the operating system as well as computer organization or computer architecture. So, human types wait for none. So, without wasting time, I would like to start my presentation. First of all, the main thing we are going to study is the memory system with virtual memory. That first I will ask you some questions regarding our memory system. First, before going to the virtual memory, we have to know what is memory. So, can anyone tell me what are the different types of memory? Anyone? Very simple. As you know, primary memory and secondary memory, right? RAM is temporary memory. You know why? I will give you best example. RAM is primary memory. Always we are learning RAM is primary memory. RAM is temporary memory and ROM is permanent memory. Why? See, if we will go according to the physical structure, then we can say that we can remove that but a RAM from a socket. That is a socket in the motherboard, right? We can remove that. Then also we can analyze that it is a temporary memory. But in the software sense, that is not a temporary memory. How that is temporary memory means, I will say. See, like I have this phone, right? I am doing lots of tasks, right? I am doing lots of tasks. So unless your phone is off, this will be here, right? This alt tab will be here, right? Until I erase this one. But if we switch off this phone and if we will come again, it will be erased from here, right? So that's why we are saying this RAM is a temporary memory because that is storing the data for temporary time. After the line goes off, the data will be erased. Did you understand? Yeah. So this is the concept. Without any delay from the point, that is virtual memory. First, in the simple sense, don't know what is virtual memory, what is this and that. In simple words, we will say what is virtual memory. Do you know virtual reality? Virtual VR glass, you know. Like if you will wear that, you will feel like, yeah, I am there. Like that you will feel in the visualization. That will show in the visualization. The same thing is here in the virtual memory. That we can't able to touch, we can't able to feel, but that will store the data. I have also one best example for this one. I will show you. See, this virtual memory works on the blocks of pages. That will make the pages and the address, right? And that extend that pages from where? The main memory. That might be hard disk. In the case of our computer, that we can extend. Simple example. What time we need? I'm not going through this PPT. Simple like this, but whatever I know, I am explaining. Okay? Any mistake, tell me later. Okay? Let me describe it. See. How it extends, I will say. Like we have our 4 GB of RAM, okay, in our PC. We have 4 GB of RAM, but we are using 4 GB of RAM, but we are using GTA 5, okay. That is 100 GB of games. How it is storing there? This is the big question, okay. We need RAM. For each and every software, if there is no RAM, then we can't able to do anything. For multitasking, we need more RAM. For multitasking means if you are going for open or Chrome, they are using more tasks. We are using lots of YouTube, there Google, something you are using. Is that multitasking? No. We are using Chrome only, right? So that is one multitasking. Another you are using Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word. That is other tab, okay. So that is the thing. So we can we are using simple, we will say Power BI, okay. We are using Power BI for our data visualization. In that case, that is the recommendation of 8 GB of minimum RAM, but we have only 4 GB of minimum RAM. Okay, in our PC there is only 4 GB of minimum RAM. So what we can do? How can we use that one? In that case, we need our virtual memory. Okay, we can go in properties, we can keep our settings, and we can extend that actually from where we are getting that requirement. We are extending our memory from our hard disk. From our main memory, we are extending that memory, right? See, I will give you one best example, okay? See, don't love that thing. See, this is phone, okay? Here, I have only 8 GB of RAM, okay? But I am going to play GTA 5, but that 8 GB is not sufficient for that game. So what I can do that time I can extend my memory as that game requires. Why? I will show you. See, I will go in this phone, okay? See here, I can extend. There is limited, okay? In the phone there is limited. We can extend our phone. We can extend that memory in limited. See, here is 2 GB. Can you able to see? 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, right? And 16 GB, right? So we can extend that, and I can make this up to 24 GB, and that is much more sufficient for that GTA 5 game. Okay. So this is only we are learning every day, virtual memory. But exactly this is the thing we are learning. See, here is 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB. As that requires, we can extend and we can get a very smooth gaming experience because of this virtual memory, and this is we are doing regularly. Okay? I hope you are understanding whatever I am saying. So, virtual memory is a memory management technique used by operating system. Yes or no? This is all organized by the operating system. Like in phone, we are using Android, iOS, right? So Android have their own capacity of extending virtual memory. As if you will come in the PC, then there is their own way of extending the memory. Okay. So everything that is all management is done only by the operating system. All the functionality is done only by the operating system. The next, it allows program to use more memory than what is physically available in RAM. I already told you, right? Like our RAM is only 8 GB, so we can extend that and we can use that memory as the previous our main memory is initially, right? It gives the illusion of a large continuous memory space. Yeah, this is nothing but this is an illusion. Okay, we can't able to see, we can't able to pause that. This is like an illusion. We are extending and we are working. See how virtual memory works. There is one thing, that is swap. I already told you that makes a lot of pages. Page 0, page 1, page 2, page 3 up to page 1. This is actually a virtual memory. Like, this is physical memory. Physical memory means that might be our RAM or ROM. Okay, and this is big storage means our hard disk. So what it will do, the simple thing, okay, like here is memory heap, okay. What it will do is, it will see the which pages is required now. Like, I am using lots of tab in our phone, okay. Lots of multitasking we are doing. Like, in PC we are using more tabs, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, something in laptop. But we are not using all the things at a time, okay. That all will be saved in a page. All tabs will be saved in a single page, okay. So here, we are working currently in what is it? Suppose I am in the page 1, okay. Suppose I am using in the page 1. So the next page is up to 3 now. We are using only one tab. Purida, we are using only one tab, but the remaining tab we are not using. So that time what it will do is, that will store that memory in the memory heap. Or if you will take more time, then that will go in the physical memory, that is primary or something, and if you will take more than that time, that will store in the disk storage. Because that will take more time. Suppose, how to do the example? Yeah. Suppose I am using YouTube currently, right? So that is page 1. So it will be here only, in virtual memory only, okay? Because I am using now, okay? But here the remaining I am not using. Then why I need to take that to waste my RAM, right? No need to waste of RAM, right? So that's why what that will do is, that will store that in the primary memory or memory heap, okay? Simple thing. If we need, again we can get it from that memory whenever you require. Like when you open that one, instantly that will come here and again that will appear. Simple thing, okay? Bro,